Today we are going to do ceramic ornaments out of clay, and what we're going to do is we're going to wrap up paper towels and then with tape, masking tape, wrap around there, and then we're going to wrap slabs of clay around them and poke holes in them. So this I did before the break, and it doesn't look much right now. I could have added more to it, but we're going to paint these on Friday after I put them in the kiln. So I'm going to show you how to make these ornaments. So the first thing you do is you take about 5 or 6 of these paper towels here, and you wad each of them up individually, one into the other. So there's 2, then I have here 3, 4, and then I'm going to go for a 5th one here. Now you want it to be in a ball. And then I'm going to take here, and I don't want to press it too hard. I want it to be fairly hard, but not too hard. I take my masking tape here, and I want to tape this. I don't have to take too much. Around and around, and that's it. Just enough to hold it in a ball-like shape. Is this perfect?
No.
Yeah. That's okay. Next thing what you're going to do is you're going to have your slab here. You're going to take a bowl and put it towards the edge of the clay so other people can use it. And you take your pick. Careful, this is very sharp. And you're going to cut around here. This is going to be for your ball that you make. Lift this up. Put this in the middle. Try not to mix up with the cookie cutters here. Take this off. Keep this here. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to start wrapping it around the ball here. So if I need to, I can stretch it a little bit here. And I can stretch it, stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. Kind of like a taco here. So I'm pressing it here. Pressing it really well.
Yummy. Looks
So
like a mouth eating.
So, do I need this extra stuff right here?
No.
I don't want to. What I could do, have you seen some ornaments that have points at the top or the bottom of them?
Yeah.
I could do that. I could do this. I could take and do this right here where I pull that off here. And I can always trim it with this here. I can trim with the side of the tool. Okay, this might be a little bit long, so I'm going to cut this off here. And I'm going to smooth it as best I can with my fingers here. Pressing it down in here. Smooth as you can, that's right, you got the idea. So look what I'm doing here. Oops, I have a hole there. So I put some clay there. And I press and I smooth all the cracks with my fingers as best as I can. I'm trying to get rid of all those cracks. The shape isn't that important right now. Next thing I do, when I got this pretty much all done, I take my sponge and I squeeze out as much water as I can. And I start smoothing it. Smoothing it. Oops, there's a little crack there. I'll smooth it out. Smooth it, smooth it, smooth it. All the way around. As best I can. Smooth it. Then, here we go. Smoothing it, smoothing it. So this is going to be the bottom part here. It kind of looks like a drumstick right now. So I have these cookie cutters here, different cookie cutters that you can choose from. And so what I'm going to do is every time I stick it in here, I need to dip it in the water first so it doesn't stick. So I put it in the water, and then I press it in, and I jiggle it around, and it'll come right out. So I want to make sure it's on the opposite side as well. So I'm going to see where the opposite side is. And I'm going to press it here, jiggle it around, pull it out. And you know, I can always do a different one. If I want to, I could take another shape here. That's something close. It's a leaf here. I'm going to take this and put it here in the middle. You don't want to make them too close to each other or else it can crack. And then I'm going to take it and put it here. And I have my holes for ornament. Now, I want to be able to hang this. So the best thing to do is what you're going to do is you're going to take your metal pick here at the very top, and you're going to put a little slit in like this. And the reason you're doing this here, make sure it goes through all the way, is that I have these plastic hangers. And what's going to happen once these are all dry, you're going to stick this in here and turn it. Now I can't turn it right now because what's inside? The paper. Now what happens is in the kiln, what's going to happen is this is going to burn away. And that's okay, that's going to burn away in the kiln. That's why we're using paper and masking tape. So it's going to be hollow on the inside here. So make as many ornaments as you can, smooth it out as best you can, and we're going to paint these on Friday. Now if I want to, I can also add some other things. I have some smaller shapes here.
I have a question.
Yes, what's your
Can we
question?
take home after we make it?
After you make it on Friday, they're going to get dry, so you can take them home next week. So next week. So I'm going to push this in here so I can go around and I can do other shapes as well. And I'm going to go on the opposite side here. Just make sure that any of your shapes are not too close to anything else. If it's really close, it can crack. Like if I put it right there, that is too close and it can crack then. So I'm going to do another shape here on this side. And then, oops. Make sure I jiggle it around, push it out. If it doesn't come out all the way, you can always take your metal tool and undo it here. And then push it in on the other side. Now if you don't want to use the cookie cutters, you can always use this to make your own shapes. You can also make shapes with this chopstick. I can go in here and I could put little dots if I wanted to around here as well. I could do little dots. And the other side of this is a rectangle. So I could put rectangles in here as well. Just make sure that you go through all the way. You press through all the way. Any questions about this? Okay. When you're all done, you're going to put it on here. This is where it's going to dry. Be very careful. So it's going to dry like that and we'll paint it on Friday. If there's no questions? Okay, thank you very much.